What's up, comic book fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, the co-host of the DC Comics Chronicles, here with a look at the Spin Master 12-inch figure of the Batman. Let's have a look at this figure, still mint in package. Per usual with Spin Master, there's not a lot of wasted material. You get this very slim bubble that encases the figure. There's the DC Comics logo. On the bottom front, we see the logo for the movie, as well as Robert Pattinson as Batman. Here's a side view of the figure. On the back bottom, there is a plentitude of product information in various languages. On the back top, we get three different product shots. You see the wingsuit Batman, Selina Kyle, as well as a large photo of this figure itself. And now I think it's time to bust this figure out of the package and see what's inside. Here is the figure removed from the outer carding, but still in the inner plastic. And here is the Batman out of the package and ready to rumble. There's a great deal to like about this figure, especially for the price point, although I do have some criticisms. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the details of this release from Spin Master. In terms of the boots, I do like them. You get all these wrinkles sculpted in. You see the tread on the bottom of the boots here. Very realistic looking. I like that. The detail goes all the way around to the back. You see like these zippers here on the back. You can actually feel that. So the molding is certainly good on the lower body. And that molding just isn't for the boots. You can see all this detail sculpted in for the pants here. You see like these buckles sculpted in. Certainly appreciate that. All these lines that have been sculpted into the pants. Really like the way that looks. You can see like, the straps here going all the way around. Obviously, this is raised, so that certainly looks good. In terms of articulation, I've said in the past, I'm a fan of Spin Master. I think they do a really good job for the price point. You can get this figure to kick out very far. I appreciate that. Doesn't go back too much, but you can get a good side kicking motion with him here. So this is what I've come to expect from Spin Master, and for a $10 figure, I think that is very admirable. Let's have a look at the torso here, and overall, I think it's a pretty good effort. I will say the overall body mold, I don't think it's as big as Pattinson was in the movie. Now, he's a younger Batman. He's not as big as, some of the previous versions that we saw, like with the Ben Affleck version. However, I think this looks just a little undersized. Like there's not a great deal of difference between the abdomen and the pectorals here. So I think the torso could have been a little bit bigger, but I do like all of this detail that's been sculpted in. It looks like segmented pieces, body armor that's been put together. Outstanding detail here with the belt. You can see like it looks like all these kind of textured pouches and a buckle here. That detail goes all the way around to the back here. Certainly like how that looks. I really do like this bat logo here. It looks like, a gun that's been melted down and made into the logo. So, yeah, overall, I really do like this. There's no articulation in the torso. You don't expect that from Spin Master. But overall, I think this is a solid effort. Let me talk about what I don't like about this figure, and that's this cape. I do appreciate the fact that they gave it this detail on the bottom, the kind of stylized cape that Batman uses. But I really feel like Spin Master could do a little bit better with these. As you can see, it was warped by the packaging. And I don't think a kid is going to care about that at all if they're going to play with the figure anyway. But I just don't think it looks that great. And it's inserted right here underneath this plastic piece. So I really do think Spin Master can figure out a way eventually to do their capes a little bit better. Let's have a look at the arms here, and I'm pretty impressed with these arms. Lots of good detail on the molding here. You see these like sculpted in, pointed weapons here on the arm. I like that. Movement here at the wrist. Certainly appreciate that. Lots of detail sculpted in the various parts of the arm here. Of course, you get movement at the elbow. It goes up that far. Actually, pretty good movement here at the shoulder, too. Goes up that far. Appreciate that. You can carefully get it to go around 360 degrees, but I'd be very careful there because, again, you're kind of grinding against this part of the cape if you do it haphazardly, so be careful there. You can get the arm in this kind of L position, and so you can get him to, like, go back and, like, the figure doesn't come with accessories, but if you have something like a spare batarang from another figure, you could put it in his hand here like he's throwing it. So overall, I have to appreciate the articulation and detail in the arms. Let's have a look at the head sculpt here, and I think Spin Master did a pretty good job here. Now, there's not an abundance of detail on the face here, but I do like the jawline. I think the eyes look pretty good. They're certainly not lifeless. I like the way the cowl looks. I like the overall sculpting of it. You get pretty good articulation too, by the way. You can get him to look side to side. You can actually get it to go up and down a little bit too, so I appreciate that. Like that you can see it, it's shiny. You can see the light dancing off of it there. And I can certainly see Robert Pattinson in this. So for a $10 figure, I don't think you could ask for much more. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this review. If so, please like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Remember to stay tuned at the end of the video for some articulation shots. And also remember to catch me on the Multiverse Musings vidcast, available right here on YouTube, where we cover all the happenings in the DC and Marvel universes and beyond. You can also catch me on TikTok as the Emerald Enthusiast. And I'll be back to the internet with more comic book related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.